only place to hear cheaters get busted. This is the Dave Ryan Show's War of the Roses, 101.3 KDWB.
I think people are getting more and more like amateur armchair detectives on War of the Roses. We get everything from everything. I mean, short of DNA evidence and fiber evidence, we're getting like weird kind of evidence lately.
Yeah.
And people playing detective work because remember it was a week or two ago, the woman said, I know a car pulled up in our backyard.
Yeah.
In the alley, and I saw his footprints go out to it, get in on the passenger side. We're like, how do you know it was the passenger side? She could tell because it was snowy and the exhaust pipe burned a hole in the snow.
Yeah, that one was mind-blowing to me. Because I think people are getting smarter about things. It's not always as easy as just them leaving their phone out and you finding it. Sometimes it is. But I think people are getting sneakier.
I want you to listen to this War of the Roses when we talk to Julia. And the first thing that she sees is pretty basic evidence. But the second part of evidence is like, okay, you really Sherlock Holmes this one. So let's say hi to Julia on War of the Roses. Hi, Julia.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So thanks for being on. Julia actually almost backed out of War of the Roses. She almost a little while ago said, you know what? I'm not even sure I want to do this, but we pressured her.
We begged. Please don't, please. We want to find someone else.
So tell us why it is you want to do War of the Roses to find out about Jason. What was the first thing you saw?
Well, yeah, so Jason and I live together. We're not married or anything, but we've been dating for, over a year, and he's been acting really weird lately, just so you don't think I'm crazy. So he's been acting really weird lately, and just sort of, I don't know how to explain it. So I got, that gut feeling you get. I had that gut feeling that something was wrong. So I went through his phone, which I know is a big no-no, but I saw this text that he got that was pretty incriminating. It was pretty disgusting.
Well, now you have to tell us what it said.
Honestly, I don't think I can because you guys will probably have to bleep it out.
Yeah, we can bleep it out.
Are you sure? It's really gross. Like, I don't think...
Oh, well, now I'm super intrigued.
We're disgusting people. We're fine with it.
If you don't mind, Julia, tell us what it is, and we'll bleep it out if we need to, and then that'll give us some evidence about whether it's really incriminating or not. What did the text say?
Okay. It said, my...
Yeah, that's pretty incriminating, yeah.
I feel like... I had to bleep. I'm gonna have to. That entire thing we bleeped.
Yeah.
So now people are gonna lose their mind if we don't tell them what it was.
You know what we're gonna have to do. This happens every 6 months or so on War of the Roses. We have Steve make a Rebus, and that is one of those picture puzzles where you have to Steve.
I have a new name for him. I have a new name for him.
What?
Letardist.
Oh God.
He's a letardist.
Steve Letard.
Wait, what was it? I didn't
You're
hear
gonna
what
make a
it said.
Rebus.
Okay, what does the Rebus say?
You don't need to say it again.
I didn't write it down. I don't know. I got the gist of it.
Sorry. What was it?
Julia, I'm sorry to make you repeat it. I think Steve wants to hear you say it so we can write the Rebus down. What is it? What did he say?
The text said, my...
Yeah. Okay. I know.
Okay, this is gonna be simple.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
God.
Okay.
All right, get to it, Letardist.
All right. So there's one piece of evidence. Now, that is pretty incriminating. So naturally, I hope you...
That should be enough, you would think.
So you went to Jason, and what did Jason say?
Well, here's the thing. So that was the only text in there. There wasn't anything else in that thread. So I did ask him about it, and he got, pretty pissed that I went through his phone. But then he said it was a wrong number that texted him, which I can sort of buy.
I've had that happen before. I've had someone text. Well, I don't think I've had random people airdrop me stuff. I've had people actually text me, and I'm like, this is not who you think it is. It wasn't anything inappropriate, but I've had that happen before.
Yeah.
I texted the wrong number just the other day. I said, hello, this is Dave, Carson's dad. I understand you might be the person to reach out to regarding a possibility of a Boy Scout overnighter at your ski resort. I went on and on and on. They said, sorry, you have the wrong number. I'm like, oh. So it does happen. But that's his story, and he's sticking with it, that he got this text. He doesn't know who it's from.
Yeah.
Give me evidence number 2. This is where it really gets detective work. Go ahead.
So I was coming home from work one day, and I work at a restaurant. And I was driving down our street, and I see this car pull out from in front of my house, and which is, weird in itself. But then this, as the car passes me, I see a woman, but as she passes me, she put her hand up and covered her face so I couldn't see it.
Well, that's suspicious.
It was really obvious. And I didn't think much of it. But then when I got inside, I smelled like the restaurant, so I, didn't talk to Jason or anything. I just jumped in the shower, and our shower, our room is on the third floor of this old house, right? And it takes a long time for the water to heat up in the shower because it has to come all the way from the basement or whatever.
Okay.
And so I jump in the shower, and it's hot right away.
So someone had to have obviously just been in there for it to already be that warm.
Yes, someone was just taking a shower because it takes 5 minutes.
Well, wouldn't you notice the shower would be wet though?
I didn't notice. I didn't even think to look down. I just reached inside and turned it on.
Gotcha.
Knew it usually. Yeah.
Okay. So the water's hot.
Yeah, I didn't know if your shower, because I have one shower that's a glass door shower, so I would see it as soon as I walk up to the shower. But then I have the curtain one that I would just reach my arm in. Okay.
So the water's hot.
Yeah,
you figured that the girl who just left the house, and what a narrow escape she made, if that's the case, because if she just got out of the shower, then
and it wasn't Jason.
And it wasn't Jason that was in the shower. How do you know it wasn't Jason in the shower?
Well, first of all, his hair was dry when I went to go.
Okay.
I asked him about it, and he said that no, he hadn't taken a shower and his hair was dry. So
what is it rare for people to park in front of your house? Because, for instance, where I live, cars are always parked in front of my house that are not my guests. So is it rare for cars to be in front of your house?
It is. Our neighbors make a big deal about people parking in front of their houses. It's like a weird neighborhood thing.
Cool. I was going to say, just checking everything out, because we live right by Theoworth Parkway. People are constantly parked in our house to go to the park and stuff and go skiing and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
All right. So I think we've gathered all the evidence, and we're going to make the phone call to Jason in a second to see who he wants to send roses to, which might further seal the deal that he might be seeing somebody else unless he sends them to you. We'll find out what happens. But let me ask you this. Call me and let me know what you think is going on here. Does the evidence all add up? Is it possible that somebody sent him, coincidentally, a dirty text message? Go see that Rebus online, DaveRyanShow.com. Steve just put it up there.
Okay.
Go see the Rebus online, DaveRyanShow.com. Decipher what it says, because I know you're curious. And let me know whether you think does she have enough evidence to go on?
I'd say yeah.
You think so? I mean, if
the
somebody
text alone, I would be all over Jake.
Yeah. Although it does happen, but with the woman in front of the house and covering her face up as she drove by, and the hot water in the shower, call and let me know at 651-989-KDWB. We'll talk about that. Text me at KDWB1, and we'll come back in a second. We'll talk to you. We'll read your text messages. We'll look at the Rebus and see what Steve came up with. And then we'll make the phone call to Jason. Hey, Julia, please hold. We'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's find out what you think War of the Roses on KDWB. Is she legit? Is she justified in all these things? Like the car pulls away, the woman covers her face up, there's immediately hot water. And I totally understand that, because in our house, too, the hot water heater is down in the basement on the other side of the house. Mm-hmm. When I get in the shower, I turn the hot water on, and then I go, I don't know, just get on the scale or stand out there for a while.
Stare yourself in the mirror naked a little bit.
Yeah. How'd you know? I kind of do.
Because everyone does it.
Yeah, I do.
You give yourself a glance and you go, oh, God, what happened? Oh,
check it out.
God.
See if anything's gotten better.
Nope.
Mike
Confirmed.
has a theory. What is your theory, Mike? What do you got?
Honestly, I think he's definitely doing it. 100%. I mean, let's just put it away. He's garbage. He's trash. He's DTRE. He's caught. He's done.
So I want to tell you this one. Thank you, Mike. If you look at the Rebus that Steve put online, it is a really difficult Rebus to decipher. But I will tell you, if you have any trouble, go to the last line. Start with the last line because the last two lines,
That's the most important
you're
part.
going to figure out what.
It's still.
It's so vile.
I linked to it on my
vile.
Insta story too, so you could swipe up on it. But I mean, it's a great piece of artistic.
No, it's
rendering.
not really.
I think it's
Rebecca
pretty good.
in Egan. So, what do you think? She says that somebody, that she got the dirty text message. He claims it was an accident. Somebody sent it by accident. What do you think, Rebecca?
I mean, the other tracks are kind of just falling into place. That I do think that he may be cheating, but to cover it, my mom got these text messages for about a month. This lady was harassing her and would call and text her and say, "Hey, you're cheating with my husband," and would harass her and say that my mom was cheating with her boyfriend or what.
And it turned out it was the wrong number. Was it the wrong number?
Yes, it was completely the wrong number. I mean, my mom, she's an older lady and she doesn't even know how to work her phone.
Aw, she's like, what? No, I'm not.
Didn't do it. Christina, what do you think, Christina?
Well, I think that he is definitely doing something, but I think that he did jump in the shower, but didn't wash his hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jake does do that. Like if he
Yeah.
washes his hair in the morning and then say he does something where he feels like he needs to clean himself later, he won't wash his hair a second time during the day.
No, but why is he jumping in the shower right as coincidentally, whether it was him taking a shower or whether the woman was taking a shower, somebody took a shower at an odd time, hopped out really quickly while the water was still warm, while a strange woman pulls away from the curb. Thanks, Christina. Last one, Shannon, before we make the phone call in Forest Lake. What do you think, Shannon?
I think he's guilty. Because
Why?
You do not cold call and just type in somebody's phone number and write a text like that. You already have that number if you're going to write something like that. I didn't see the Rebus yet, but you just don't do that.
Or you would at some point, well, I guess I don't know if they did later, realize you sent it the wrong number and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yes,
Do
would.
you? I mean, after you send the wrong number,
Yeah.
you go, that's the wrong one.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was something like that, I think I'd be afraid.
Thank you, Shannon.
Yeah, right, I would.
Let's find out what happens next on War of the Roses. By the way, remember, after War of the Roses, hang out for $400 cash
Okay.
from The Voice right after War of the Roses. Let's make the call.
Jason, I'll get you the dozen long-stem romantic roses. We'll send those out by the end of the week. What is the name of the recipient for the roses?
I want you to put Chelsea.
And like with most flowers, we can have a little card with it. What would you like the card to say?
Your smile brightens all of my days.
Cute.
She deserves it.
Hey, this is Julia, your girlfriend, you piece of shit. Let me ask you something, and I need you to answer me right now, okay? Is this the woman that came to our house?
What is happening right now?
Is it? No, listen to me. You know what's going on. Did this woman come to our house? Is this the woman who used the shower? That time I asked you if you had showered? Did you fuck this woman in my bed?
Julia, I don't...
This woman, no, listen to me. Did you fuck this woman in my bed? I need you to answer me right now.
I don't want to talk about this right now. You're being ridiculous. I'm just going to...
I'm sorry, I'm being ridiculous.
You know what? This is kind of typical.
God,
really typical of you.
Answer me.
You go out of your way to trick me into something. I don't know what this is or which one of your little office buddies you got to play little head games right now, but this is ridiculous, and I'm not going to talk about this with you right now.
You know, you're such a piece of shit. Hey, guess what? You're on the radio right now. That's what this is. So now the whole world is going to hear you bullshit. And I would love to hear you explain how this is, like a fake thing, just like that fake text message, just like that was a mistake, just like...
It was a fake text message. It was something that you fake imagined. You've always got some reason that you can't trust me. You know what? I'm not sure this is working out.
I obviously have reasons I can't trust you. Are you kidding? My God. I'm just blown away by what a idiot you are, because you left.
Are you kidding me? You're the one who woke up this morning and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to trick my boyfriend. That'll be fun. I'll get some of my work friends in on my personal drama.
It feels like we are not her work friends. We're her radio friends. But I do think that you guys both have a similar feeling on the outcome of your relationship, it seems.
I mean, this is just constant. It never stops with her. There's always something that she's suspicious of.
I'm going to ask you one more time, okay? Did you her in my bed? Answer me right now.
You know what, Julia? Yeah, I did, and it was great.
Goal! Wow.
And there it is. Wow. War of the Roses on KDWB.
That's a person who just couldn't take it anymore. When you get to the point where you're like, yeah, you know what I did, and blanket, you really don't care.
Wow. Now, if you want to know what the Rebus was that Steve put together, because one of the things that was incriminating, she found on his phone a filthy text message from a strange number. And so we couldn't say it on the radio. So Steve made a Rebus. Now, I looked at it. I can't decipher even the first word. It looks like maybe.
I think
maybe, but bye.
What is it?
Bye, because it's clear. It says plus M minus M and E, I believe.
The
B and
end is the easiest, but we're getting lots of reviews on your Rebus.
They love it.
Someone says, what's the animal thing after the pill in Steve's Rebus? Someone says, ooh, the Rebus is great and filthy.
Yeah, it is.
What is the first word in the Rebus? Then someone says, I thought his Rebus was perfect today. And another person, wow, that's disgusting.
They're right. Yes, yes, yes.
You're right on all
And
counts.
I'm sorry.
Okay, go check out the Rebus.
And it's a chicken.
I'll tell you what, if you need any help figuring out the Rebus, we'll reveal the Rebus on the After Show podcast.
Good idea.
Minnesota Goodbye.
Yeah.